Hello guys, welcome to our first tutorial on AJAX, and today I'm going to teach you how to make simple AJAX live search bars. So let's begin. I should remind you that I have already created a database table with some dummy data in it that we are searching right now. So let's begin. First of all, I have already added the jQuery CMD, most important. Now let's remove the whole HTML and PHP. No traces. Okay, we're done. A nice canvas to work on. Let's begin. First, we're gonna create an input element with ID search and type text. Then after, we're gonna create a div element with ID results, because this div will show each results that we are gonna receive from the server after the AJAX requested. Now let's start scripting. So script, we're gonna do jQuery now. So first we're gonna do is we're gonna bind an event to the input element that somebody gonna type it, and we're gonna trigger a function on that. So search on input a function. Okay, now we'll create a function that's gonna be triggered when somebody types anything into the input. Now what we're gonna do is we gonna get the value from the input. Yes, we're gonna read it later, and we're gonna need it in the conditional and in the AJAX too. So $search is equals to $#search dot val brackets. Okay, now we are getting the value. Now if conditional, we're gonna say that we need a string of definite length so that we can perform an AJAX request. So if search.length greater than 0, we need something in the text box. So let's go greater than 0. Now let's perform an AJAX. $.get name of the file that we're going to request, that is rest.php over here. Then the data we are going to send to the server, we are naming it search, and we're gonna add the value that is $search variable. Now function that will perform when we have successfully got the request and the results from the server. So the first parameter of the function will be data, and now when we have did all that, now we need to put the data into the results div. So $results.html and the data $data. Now our scripting is over. Now let's move to the PHP. As you can see, it's really simple JavaScript, nothing more. Let's add some text into the div, into the input element. So now let's check that we have written this correct code, the correct JavaScript for it. So print r and get super global. Okay, let's add something into the text box. As you can see, whatever I'm typing in the text box is appearing as an array in the as appearing as an array. Now let's remove it and write some codes, the PHP one. First, we're going to create a connection to the database. We're going to use object-oriented style of MySQL. So new MySQLi, name localhost, username root, we don't have any password, and tuts the name of the database. Now let's create a query, and query select name of the column from a table is named names. We're gonna add a conditional over here, that's where names, name of the column again, like a pattern. We're gonna match the pattern like quotes, and that is and dollar underscore get search in the square brackets and with the person sign at last. It'll match the pattern. You can put on the both sides too, that doesn't matter. Now we're gonna execute the query, and $con query $query. Now let's assign a variable to it. So $data is equal to con query. Now data variable is storing the MySQL return object. Now let's get the data out of the return object. So while loop result, and result is equal to and $data fetch assoc, it will return as the associative array. Now we're gonna echo the whole data. So echo $result and square brackets search and a BR at last break tag. Now we're done. Let's try it. As you can see, it's working. It's really simple, easy, nice, and interesting. I hope you liked my tutorial. More awesome is on the way. We are gonna launch the site soon, and if you haven't subscribed me yet, just hit the subscribe button because more awesome things are on the way. Thanks for watching my videos once again. I hope you liked it. Just give it a thumbs up.